Hey everybody, this is Kenny Cummings here from Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. And I'm very happy to be joined with my guest at this time. Very talented band here in Lexington. This past January, they were the big winners at the Lexington Music Awards, taking home three. And I got at least two members of the band joining me, known as the Wooks. They're with me right now. How's it going, fellas?
Going good, Kenny. Glad to be here with you.
Yeah, Kenny, thanks for having us, man.
Truly appreciate it, and great to have you fellas on. Before we begin, every time when I interview a band, I like to do a roll call so that people that do listen to this know who's in the conversation. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, and what role do you play in the band? Who wants to go first?
My name's CJ Kane, and I play guitar and do harmony vocals with the Wooks.
Yeah, and my name's Arthur Hancock, and I play banjo and sing with the Wooks. So we got two of us here tonight, Kenny.
CJ and Arthur are calling in on behalf of the Wooks. I want to give a shout out to Jesse, to Waddy, and to Galen. I hope I pronounced his name right. Also part of the Wooks as well. Let's go ahead and begin. How did the Wooks got put together? How did it all started for you fellas?
CJ, you want that one?
Yeah, well, we all have known at least a few members of the band for a while. Like, I grew up watching Roddy and Jesse play around the Lexington area. I'd known them for a long time. My dad had actually followed some of their bands when they were really young. And so I knew those guys pretty well, and kind of ran into Arthur at Lina's one evening in Lexington, probably about 5 years ago. And we became friends, and Galen and Arthur actually went to high school together, so it was kind of many years in the making, but once we decided to play some music together, we all kind of knew each other for a while and knew the right people to call. Arthur and I actually started playing it as a duo when I wasn't on the road with a band called Newtown, and once I left that band, we kind of started looking for other folks to play with other than just me and Arthur.
That's very cool, and I've got a chance to listen to your music recently, and it's very good work. Yeah, definitely have made a name for yourselves. And this past January was the Lexington Music Awards, and as I said in the introduction, y'all were the big winners that night. Y'all won 3 awards. I hope I have it in front of me. Best Americana Award. I know it's multiple categories altogether. There was 2 new categories that was added to this year. Y'all won Best Album and Best Song, back to back actually. And I was there. I won the DJ award, and y'all won 1 award, and y'all was halfway to your seats for the next award that was presented, and y'all won that award too. I think it was Album and Song of the Year back to back. There were new categories. So go back to that particular night. How did it feel to be there and to win 3 awards at this year's Lexington Music Awards?
Well, Kenny, it was a lot of fun. It's always nice to win something. You don't always get opportunities to do that in your life as you get older. You know, when you're a kid and you're in school, sometimes there's more award shows, but it was great. It was a great experience and a culmination of some good hard work that we put into making music together and creating music and taking some risks. It was cool as a bluegrass band to win those awards. You know, 'cause bluegrass is a subgenre, and it was great to represent the Lexington music scene as a bluegrass band, and it was exciting to be there and to be around all of the, top folks in Lexington making good music and promoting good music and DJing good music. And it was really just an honor for us, and it was exciting, and it made us feel like we were doing something right, so we should keep doing it. That was really the big takeaways. We were grateful and excited to make another record. Really, that's where I came out of it with wanting to make some more. So
it's always a good night like that just to be acknowledged for the hard work and the contributions that y'all put in the local music community. And me being a fan of local music, I always like to see who else is out there, like whether it's hip-hop, rock, pop, bluegrass, country, whatever the genre is. I always like to see what's going on. Like, I live in Lexington half of my life, but I didn't start getting to local music until 2015 when I moved back, and I've become very active in the community, and I have not had a chance to see you fellas perform. And I met one of the members of the band at the Willie's. I don't remember who it was. It may have been one of you two, but it was a good night. It was a great evening, and shout out to David McLean for his hard work and getting the word out on the local music community and giving us a night like this to celebrate and to enjoy what else is out there in all Central Kentucky. It was a good night, and I look forward to next year already for sure. So, I performed recently at the Moonshiners Ball. For those who may not know, that is one of the biggest events as it pertains to local music. What was the experience like performing at the Moonshiners Ball?
Oh, it was great. We were lucky to be one of the bands that missed the rain that came through. The event's now held in Estill County, which is a town that we've got a lot of close relationships with people in that town. My grandparents are from up there. A lot of our friends are from up there, so that's always a good experience to go a few counties over and see some friends, and to just have like a really nice event in a really rural area is a good thing. So like Moonshiners is doing something good on that end of things too by just bringing an event to Estill County, and it was a good crowd, and it was a lot of good bands. So it's always nice to be on a good lineup with folks.
It's definitely one of those events that I have not got a chance to go to, but I've heard it was a great turnout and that people were very pleased with the variety of talent that was out there. So shout out to the Moonshiners Ball for their contributions to the local music community as well. As we get to the midpoint of 2017, and you fellas have already had a great year so far, what's next for the Wooks as it pertains to shows, maybe new music in the works? Like, what's next for the Wooks?
Well, CJ and I are actually looking at our suitcases right now, and we're packing to go tomorrow morning to Colorado. We're headed out to Telluride, Colorado for the Telluride Bluegrass Festival. So by the time people hear this, we may be back from Telluride, Colorado, and we're going out there for the band competition there, and we're excited for that. We did the Rocky Grass Festival band competition last year in Lyons, Colorado, and we were lucky to win that, and that helps, get the band's name out there. So we're hoping that this week we can do well in Telluride and help further the band. We're going to be playing a number of shows throughout the summer. We've got a lot going on. We're headed down to Somerset in a few weeks for the Master Musicians Festival. We're going to be playing at the Lakeside Live in Lexington on July 22nd. I don't know if anyone's been to that before, but there's a nice thing they got going over there at Lexington Green by the lake there. They have free live music both nights each weekend, and we're looking forward to doing that on July 22nd. We just finished up Festival of the Bluegrass last weekend in Lexington, and that was a lot of fun, and it was a great event for local music and bluegrass music nationally in central Kentucky, so that was a great time, and we had a lot of fun playing music there and seeing all our friends and making new friends and fans. But other than that, we got a lot of stuff going on throughout the summer. The only Lexington performance we have is the July 22nd one. But then in September, I forgot, we got other stuff. We'll be in Irvin at the Irvin County Fair. And I can't remember the date on that exactly. It might be July the 1st, but
it's I believe it's the weekend around July 4th. We've got Romp down in Owensboro, which is one of Kentucky's largest festivals. We've got Rudy Fest in Grayson. That's the same weekend as Romp. What dates is that, Arthur?
I think it's like the 20. Is that next week? Is that next weekend?
Yeah. And then we've got, for those of you that have heard of Kicking It on the Creek, those tickets are on sale at kickingitonthecreek.com. That festival's usually the second weekend of September, and that sells out really quickly, so that's one that everybody needs to be on the lookout for. But all those shows are at wookoutamerica.com online. If anybody wants to check out the dates and see where the Wooks are going to be.
WookOutAmerica.com is the website. I think that may go down as one of my favorite URLs of all time. Wook out, as in lookout. And I had a conversation with one of the members at Willie's this past January, and we was talking about the name, the Wooks in particular. It almost sounds like the Star Wars term Wookiee. I don't know if y'all into Star Wars or not, but that's what it kind of sounds like. If you take away the S and add an IE next to the K, Wookiees, and I'm just saying, but it was a great chatting with you fellas. I'm definitely gonna try to go to July 22nd, Lakeside Live. I've been to their shows, majority of their shows last year, and I've been to one this year so far. It's an awesome show to go to. It's an awesome weekend of local music that they go all summer long. Well, technically late spring all the way to the summer. WookOutAmerica.com is the website for the music, for the upcoming shows, and for all the Colorado people out there, they headed your way as well. So check them out. CJ and Arthur, it's great chatting with you fellas. Thank you so much for your time. Again, congrats on everything that has happened to you fellas so far, and y'all definitely a great representation of Kentucky music that's out there. So keep doing what y'all doing.
Thank you, Kenny.
Thanks a lot, Kenny.
Congratulations to you too, man.
Truly an honor. Again, the website WookOutAmerica.com for more details on the Wooks. Check these fellas out. That's going to conclude the interview. Thank you everyone for listening. For more info on upcoming interviews and shows, Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C is live on Saturdays 8 to 9 p.m. on tmvcafe.com. And you can also listen to the TuneIn app. Search TMV Cafe to hear the feed as well. This is Kenny Cummins alongside with the Wooks. Thank you everyone for listening.